Good evening, and welcome to Sports Line Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato, and I am broadcasting live from beautiful, sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports and gaming capital of the United States of America. And you are listening to this program right here on 910 AM WUBR. CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You can also listen live to the program on PelicanSportsTV.com, PelicanSportsTV.com, and of course the 910 AM WUBR app. That's how I listen to WUBR out here in Baton Rouge. I get all my LSU information, man. Nobody knows more about the Tigers than the MeatMan out here in Las Vegas. I love when people come up to me and try to start talking to me about SEC football and LSU and this and that. It's like, you just stop it. Stop it. So glad to be here and glad to have you there. We finally made it, men and ladies. I'm sure we got a few ladies out there. Ladies like to bet sports. Ladies like to bet sports. I mean, usually people think that betting on sports is a man thing. It's a man thing. A lot of swinging Johnsons in the sports book. But they got a couple of ladies in there. They got a couple of girls out there. Girls like them parlays, man. You know, they like putting up that $10 to win 1,000. MeatMan, I'm a straight better. I'm a straight better. I'm betting my $11 to win 10 because that's the best way to win. Once you start playing parlays, the bookie's advantage starts getting a little bigger and a little bigger and a little bigger and a little bigger and a little bigger. And I mean, and sooner or later, man, they got a huge edge on you. So the best possible way for you to make money against the bookie, the sports book, is to just bet game single. That's just, that's the way it goes. So, man, we got a big show planned for you today. We got the Travers Stakes going on a Saturday. You got a full field. Full field. I'm pretty sure we got the Derby winner, the Preakness winner, and the Belmont winner. I'm pretty sure we got everybody running here. It's going to be a good race. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it like we did for the Kentucky Derby show or the Preakness show or the Belmont show, but we're going to definitely spend 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes talking about the Travers. I got a good one, Cap. I got a good one. I got the winner. I think I got the winner. We're going to find out. I guess we're going to find out. We're going to find out in about 24 hours from now. Of course, we got 5 college football games on a Saturday. It's hard to believe, man. Thursday wasn't early enough for the NCAA. Hey, we'll start. Maybe they'll start next year in July. Man, that'd be great. Start in July. We just have one game here, one game there, this, that. So we got 5 college football games to talk about. We got 2 preseason NFL games tonight, Friday night, and then we got 9 going on Saturday. I got a game tonight that I literally love more than life itself, man. And you can love it with the MeatMan. The only thing I'm scared about this play is I've won so many in a row here on the program. I'm due to lose. But hey, look, I've strung up 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in a row before, man. So, I don't know, man. You might not want to jump off the MeatMan train. Then, of course, we got the fight. We got the fight. We got this thing that's taking place out here in Las Vegas. Thank God they legalized weed just in time for the fight, okay? Thank God. Thank God that we don't have to sit around and watch this sober. You can get stoned to the bone and watch the fight, okay? Because that's the only way you're going to be able to watch this thing, is if you're stoned, loaded, take a couple of big hits on that dude. So we're going to talk about the fight. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to bet. I mean, you got to bet it. It's like the Super Bowl. You got to bet it. I mean, you got to bet the fight. If you're not going to bet the fight, I mean, you might as well leave town. Might as well leave town if you're not going to bet the fight. I mean, that's how I look at it. Even if you just bet $5, $10, you got to bet something. I mean, this is like the Super Bowl of fighting. It's like the Super Bowl of fighting. I mean, the money that people are betting on this, the money that people are paying to go to this, I mean, this is retarded. It's retarded, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, man, we got a lot of stuff to cover on the program here in just over 50 minutes. But before we get the party started, I just want to quickly remind everybody that the following information is to be used as news material only and is not intended to violate any state, federal, or local laws. All right, man, where do we start? Where do we start? That's the question. Where do we start? Do we start with the NFL preseason football? Do we start with the Travers? Do we start with the fight? Do we start with college football? Let's start with NFL preseason football, where the MeatMan has been the man so far up through the first 2 weeks. Now, I mean, I don't know if you want to count the play I gave out on the Cleveland Browns here on the program. When I gave out the clowns, and they are a bunch of clowns, man. I mean, you were 1-15 last year. You got almost 10 people, 7, 6, 8, whatever it is, kneeling on the sideline, protesting how much America sucks. Man, it just sucks. It must suck being a pro football player with all that money you get and all the other stuff that I can't say on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like if we were sitting down talking, man, I'd really let you know what I think. But I can't do that. Can't do that. MeatMan's got to process every word through his brain before they come out of his mouth, because this ain't satellite radio, Cap. This is a whole different ball game right here. It's not like cable TV as opposed to regular TV. I mean, get out of here with all that, man. Get out of here with all that. I mean, that's so stupid, it ain't even funny. So, if you want to count my win against the Saints with the Cleveland Browns, when I gave out the game, it was a picket. And then it went to Cleveland -3. I probably would have never bet Cleveland -3. I was kind of stuck with the pick. They got lucky anyway. 4th down, they throw a thing, the ball's tipped, the guy catches it, runs it into an end zone. I mean, believe me, it was all luck. But my last 3 plays, I wouldn't say they were all luck. I mean, that call with the Pittsburgh Steelers over the New York Football Giants, I was getting 3-4 points. That was a solid win. My pick with the San Francisco 49ers over the Kansas City Chiefs, that was a solid win. Both them teams won outright. Then, of course, last week I give you my NFL 2017 preseason game of the year. I gave you the Houston Texans. They were the favorite when I gave them out. They were -1.5. I told you either to buy the half and lay 1 or play them on the money line. They went outright. They won. Well, what happened was New England wound up going off the favorite. New England -1 was pretty much the line everywhere here in Las Vegas, so that's why I said Houston won outright. But Houston and Texas won the game 27-23, and the MeatMan gets the money again. That's why I like living out here in Las Vegas, man. You just go, you can nick and pick, man. Nick and pick, get a few bucks here and a few bucks there. You gotta know what you're doing. You can't bet the whole board. You got 5, 6, 7, 8 games every day, man. It's tough to win like that. It's tough enough to win 1 game, much less your 7th best pick of the day. But nevertheless, we're undefeated here on the program, and tonight, sometimes a man has to do what a man has to do, Cap. I mean, sometimes that's what it comes down to in life. A man's got to do what a man's got to do, and that's the case here tonight with this game between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. I'm going to give this thing out now because it's going to start at 6 o'clock Central Time in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's going to start 4 o'clock out here in Las Vegas as soon as the program's over. While I'm uploading the show to the internet. Remember, I record the show every week, and I put it up on YouTube, and I put it up on my Facebook page. And the bottom line is you can watch the rebroadcast of Sportsline every week. Now, in the old days, it really wasn't worth it because a lot of times we'd pick games that were going to be played on Friday night. But this is the new Sportsline radio, Cap, because we're going to be picking games for Saturday and Sunday. college football on Saturday, the NFL on Sunday. We probably won't even pick the Friday night game here on the program. Just we'll probably give out the point spread and all that. But we're going to kind of make this shift and turn Sportsline into a show that focuses on the Friday night. Listen to me. I just said we weren't going to talk about the Friday game. The Saturday games. And that's what happens when you do live radio, brother. Hey, you gotta watch it. And of course the Sunday games. Like I said, we'll mention the Friday night game. But that way when you watch the rebroadcast, you'll hear me talking about games on Saturday, games on Sunday. It'll be good information. Good information. And like I said, I post a video on my Facebook page. Why don't we become friends at Facebook? Let's be friends, man. Let's be friends. Let's be at least Facebook friends. We don't have to be friends in real life. We don't actually have to like each other in real life, but we can like each other on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I put a lot of pics up there, a lot of good information, and believe me, it pays to be friends with the MeatMan. That's all I'm going to say. So we YouTube the show. We put it up on the internet so you'll be able to watch the rebroadcast, and I like the Detroit Lions tonight, plus the 4 points. The Stations Casino. I hang out a lot at the Stations Casino. I'm not really proud to say that, but I spent a lot of time there at the Stations Casino. I got the Stations Casino app on my phone so I can bet sports. Got the William Hill app on my phone so I can bet sports. I got other stuff that I can bet sports at, but at the Stations Casino right now, the New England Patriots are a 4-point favorite. They're a 4-point road favorite against the Detroit Lions. The Westgate and the Mirage are dealing 3.5. So I'd buy the half a point, make it 4 anyway. I mean, look, New England's lost their first 2 preseason games. They lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars by a touchdown. They lost to the Houston Texans by 4 points. Now, I know everybody's saying, oh, man, look, this is the game. New England's going undefeated. The Patriots this, the Patriots that. Look, the Lions ain't that bad. The Detroit Lions aren't a bad football team. And, well, they want to win this game too, man. I mean, the Patriots, look, I don't think the Patriots are invincible, or whatever word I'm looking for. You know, I don't think that, New England's going 16-0 and I'll win all the games. I mean, look, they're prone to injuries and this and that, the other thing. I know that don't have nothing to do with the game tonight, but this game opened to Pickett. And when I went to bed last night, the New England Patriots were a 2.5-point favorite. So not only did they plow through to 3, it went to 3, it went to 3.5, and I mean, some places have 4. I mean, let's be brutally honest. I mean, there's no reason to think that the New England Patriots are going to beat the Detroit Lions. The last 2 times they played in preseason, 2011 and 2013, both times in Detroit, the Lions beat the Patriots 34-10 and 40-9. So New England was winning Super Bowls back then. In 2011 and 2013, they didn't give a rat's behind about a stinking preseason game in Detroit back then. And why would they think any differently today? This game means absolutely nothing to the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots are still laughing over the fact that they won the Super Bowl last year after being down 28-3. And Arthur Blank came down on the field and congratulated all the players. And next thing you know, it was 28-9. And it was 28-12. And it was 28-20. And it was 28-28. And it was 34-28. I mean, look, Arthur Blank's wife, the look on her face when she went down on the field when the score was 28-3, and the look on her face when the New England Patriots walked off with the trophy, it was priceless, Cap. I mean, that woman aged 10 years in the 20-plus minutes left in that football game. I mean, she looked like one hot mama when the score was 28-3, and by the time the game was over, you could forget about that. The MeatMan wasn't even interested in that. So, I mean, look, anybody that thinks New England is going to go out there and thump the Detroit Lions tonight, you don't know history. Because history tells us the last 2 times these teams played in the preseason, Detroit scored 74 points. New England scored 19. 19. It's not going to be any different tonight, folks. I mean, for some reason, the sharps and the wise guys, they're not that sharp, man. They're not that wise. I know these people. I know a lot of them. They're not. They're not that sharp. They're not that wise, man. You'd be fascinated how stupid these people are. I mean, let's just be brutally honest. This game opened to Pickett. The bookmakers at Chris, Costa Rica International Sports Bookmaker, which, by the way, if you're looking for a place to play at, I'd recommend going to meatandpotatoes.com and clicking that bookmaker banner right there in the top left corner of the screen. That's the place you want to play at, man. That's the place. If you ain't got nowhere to play, and you are looking for a place to play, where you know if you win, you're going to get paid. Dave Scandaliato certified. That's the place I'd go to right there. Bookmaker. All the places on the Meat and Potatoes site are good. I checked them all out. I know everybody. Believe me, nobody's getting stiff. Nobody's getting robbed. Nobody's going to get slow paid or anything like that. But, man, I'm telling you, the number 1 place, the number 1 ranked sports book in the world, and it's not even close to second, is this place called Bookmaker. I've been doing business with him for 9 years. Never heard a complaint. Never heard one complaint in 9 years advertising these guys. So you want to get down to this game tonight? I'm telling you, the Detroit Lions is the play. Detroit Lions is definitely the play. If this was a regular season game, the New England Patriots would be the play. The last 4 times they've met in the regular season, Detroit has gotten that, you know what, handed to them by the New England Patriots. 20-12, 45-24. They lost 34-9, 28-21. So if it was a regular season game, I wouldn't be thinking like this. But man, I'm telling you, the Patriots ain't got nothing to play for tonight. They got nothing to play for tonight. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions at home, plus the 4 points. If your bookie, your guy, only has 3.5, buy it a half a point. Make it 4. Make it 4. Trust the MeatMan, Cap. Do as I say and do as I do. And make me proud. Make me proud. If your guy's got 3.5, buy the half a point. Knock it up to plus 4. MeatMan looking to go undefeated in the NFL preseason right here on the program. I'm probably not going to play any games next week because most of the preseason games are going to be on Thursday because they got to wrap it up, get ready for the regular season, which will start the following week. So next week, we're going to be talking a lot of college football, probably very little, if any, NFL preseason football. So the MeatMan looking to go 4-0. I'm looking to go 4-0 with the Detroit Lions plus the 4 points tonight at home against the New England Patriots. All right, I'm looking at the clock here, and I got to take a break. I got to take a quick commercial break, so I guess we're going to be doing 20-minute segments here today. I got to talk college football. I got to talk about the fight, McGregor and Mayweather, and I got to talk about the Travers. So, man, we got a lot of stuff still to cover. So don't touch that dial, Cap. You're listening to Sports Line Radio with Dave the MeatMan Scandaliato. I'm coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports and fight gaming capital of the United States of America. And you're listening to this program right here on 910 AM WUBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. No problems, no nothing. All right. I love it. I love it. it makes it so easy for me not having to worry about all that, not having to worry about it. Makes it easy for me. So Jody does more. He does more than one show a week. Where would he drives to the other station or he does it from a remote operation, or he does it from somewhere you have no clue. Oh, does he? All right. Right. Oh, all right. He don't use Skype or nothing. He uses a phone. Wow. Wow. Wow, that's fascinating to me. That's absolutely fascinating. Really? All right. Well, you know what? That's it. That's interesting. All right. All right. I mean, it didn't sound too bad, but I don't know what it sounded like on the actual radio. I only knew what it sounded like with him talking to me, and it sounded all right. But then again, I don't know. I learned something new today. Yes, sir. All right. And welcome back to Sportsline Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. I own a couple of websites. I own a lot of websites. I own a lot of domain names, but the ones we talk about here are meatandpotatoes.com, 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 and of course I got the payafteryouwin.com website, and I'm glad to be here. Glad to have you there. We meet on the radio every Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time, 9:10 a.m. WUBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. You can listen live at PelicanSportsTV.com, PelicanSportsTV.com. It's like a secret cult. It's a secret meeting of degenerate sports gamblers. Or people who like a funny guy. I mean, one or the two. I've had many people come up to me and say, your picks aren't that good, but you're funny. I'm like, well, I think my picks are all right, Cap. That's what we do every Friday. Every Friday. If you like betting on football, you like guys talking about the point spread, not just a bunch of yakety-yak from people who don't bet any money, don't go into casinos, don't do this, don't do that. I'm talking about getting information from a guy who's actually trying to turn a profit with his own money, as opposed to somebody just giving you advice and he don't have a nickel on any of the stuff that he's giving you. Who would I rather take gambling advice from? A guy who actually has money on the game, or a guy who isn't even competent enough to bet his own picks? It's a pretty easy answer if you ask the MeatMan. Pretty easy answer. And don't forget, at payafteryouwin.com, I had a little website problem. So what we did was we just put up this message board at payafteryouwin.com. It's not even really a website. It's just a message board. And every day I put up a free play. Every day I put up a free pick at payafteryouwin.com. That's why you always want to go there every day during football season. You want to go there every day during football season to see what the free pick is. We've won 4 in a row. Like I said, Thursday night, last night, Jacksonville Jaguars +2. Some people got 1.5. Hey, the bottom line, the final score was 24-23. The Jaguars covered the spread. If you had the Carolina Panthers on Thursday night, you were a loser. Monday night, I put up the Cleveland Browns, the Clowns. I've won 2 times this year on the Clowns. They're a team you bet during the preseason because you bet against them every week during the regular season. What you do is you start a money line bet against parlay. So let's say week 1, the Pittsburgh Steelers are playing the Cleveland Browns. You got let's say Pittsburgh's minus 400. So you take $40, you bet it on Pittsburgh on the money line. If they beat Cleveland, your 40 turns into 50. And then you take that same money and you bet it against the Cleveland Browns every week. Because the Browns are going to start out 0-10, 0-8, 0-6. Hugh Jackson ain't the answer, Cap. I can tell you that right now. They ain't got nothing going on over there at Cleveland. They're going to be an underdog in just about every game, and they're going to get crushed in just about every game. They stink, man. And this whole thing with the players kneeling down, I mean, that was almost 8, 9, 10 people in that group. I mean, that's what you're going to do all year. You're going to lose football games, piss fans off, and kneel down during the national anthem. You can't find anything else better to attack in life than the national anthem. The flag that allows me to call you guys clowns. Clowns. I mean, what a joke, man. What a joke. I mean, if you don't like it, you ought to get out of here. I mean, I've always said that, man. I mean, look, we got our problems here in America. Everybody knows that. We're not perfect. But if you don't like it, leave, man. I mean, look, leave. Go somewhere else. Go find out what it's like going to another country, man. All right. Speaking of another country, let's touch down on the Travers Stakes, which is going to take place on a Saturday. They're going 1.25 miles. It's a grade 1. The purse is $1.25 million. It's just for 3-year-olds. This is the big race after the Triple Crown for the 3-year-old horses, and this is going to be a good race. This is going to be a good race. So, you know, a lot of times I don't watch races unless I got money on them, but this is actually the kind of race that I would actually watch even if I didn't have any money on it. I'd probably watch this even if I didn't have any money on it. The post time is 4:44 Central Time, 2:44 out here in Las Vegas, out here in the West Coast, and we got a full field. We got a full field of 12. We got the one, Cloud Computing. He's the one that won the Preakness. We got the 2-horse, Giuseppe the Great. The 3-horse is West Coast. The 4-horse is Tappert. That's the horse that won the Belmont Stakes. The 5-horse is Good Samaritan. The 6-horse is Gervin. That's the horse that won the Louisiana Derby, and then he came back and won the Haskell Invitational at almost 10-1. It was a $20 winner. Always Dreaming, the winner of the Kentucky Derby, number 7. Looking at Lee, the runner-up in the Kentucky Derby. He is the 8-horse. The 9 is McCracken. He ran a big race. IRAP is the 10-horse. McCracken, he's a good horse. He's run some big races in his life, and he ran second to Gervin in the Haskell. He ran a big race there, the 9-horse McCracken. Like I said, the 10-horse is IRAP. I bet IRAP in a race earlier this year on the program, and he didn't win it, and since then I think he hasn't lost. He was like 30-1 when he won the Bluegrass, so you got to watch out for IRAP. The 11 horses, Gunnevera, and the 12-horse is F-A-Y-E-Q. I don't know how to spell it. I don't know how to say it. Fake. I don't know how you would say that. F-A-Y-E-Q. That's not a word. Come on, Cap. If we were playing Scrabble, and I put down F-A-Y-E-Q, you would tell me the Q, all right, F-Q. You know what I'm talking about? Get out of here. I don't know what I don't know. I'm not betting him anyway. I'm not betting this horse anyway. Just broke maiden. Couldn't break maiden his first 2 tries. He finally breaks maiden, and then he wins an allowance 1X race. And the one I can't spell his name, he has no business being in a race. I'm going with the 1. I'm going to go with the 1, this Cloud Computing horse. Now, this horse won the Preakness with 102 buyer figure, and he got out of the gate. He broke from the 2-hole, and he was hustled up into contention. He ran a great race. He was 13-1, and then he won the thing with J.J. Castellano. Ran a great race. He had broke maiden the first time he ever ran. Then he ran in the Gotham and the Wood Memorial. He skipped the Kentucky Derby. And he was nice and fresh for the Preakness, and he ran a great race. And like I said, J.J. Castellano was on him. So then they gave the horse a little break. He didn't run in the Belmont. Here's a horse that didn't run in the Kentucky Derby, runs in the Preakness, wins the Preakness, and then he doesn't run in the Belmont. So they laid him up. They laid him off for a little while, gave him a rest. So then this horse comes back in the Jim Dandy a couple of weeks ago over at Saratoga, grade 2 race. He was second all the way to the top of the stretch and in the stretch, but then he wound up fading. He wound up fading to fifth place, and he went off at 6-5. He wasn't the favorite, but he went off at 6-5. So obviously somebody liked him to drive the price down on him that much. But here's what I'm thinking here. He's making his second start off the layoff. A horse is dangerous in his second start off the layoff. Even though I try not to use it with 3-year-olds, but this is a different kind of 3-year-old. The way he got to this race by skipping the Derby, running in the Preakness, skipping the Belmont. So this horse had some time off, and it showed it. I mean, it showed because in the Preakness, when he was second at the stretch, he wound up coming to win the race. And he was a length behind, and he win the race by a head. Here's a case where he's a head off in the stretch, and he winds up finishing 5th. He got tired. He wasn't ready. It was his first start off the layoff. Now he's going to make his second start off the layoff. I like the fact that he bid last time. I like horses that bid the last time out. I like them when they bid and they go the same distance as last time. Unfortunately, going 1.25 miles today, as opposed to 1.125 miles that they ran in the Jim Dandy. But I'm not worried about the distance because he won the Preakness at 1 3/16. That's just a 16th of a mile less than the distance on Saturday. But this is what I really like, Cap. You know, there's always that one thing that you got to look for, and that's J.J. Castellano. And since 2006, he's won this race 5 times. 5 times. He's won it 5 times in the last 11 years. That's strong. Take it from the MeatMan, Cap. That's strong. When you got a jockey that can win a race 5 times in the last 11 tries, and it's a race as big as the Travers, you gotta pay attention here. So I get the I get the Preakness winner who skipped the Belmont, skipped the Kentucky Derby, was laid up for a while, made his first start off the layoff at Saratoga, with Castellano up, bid, and wound up finishing 5th after being second the whole race. Now I'm getting him the second time off the layoff, morning line 8-1. I think he's going to like breaking from the one post. This horse has no problem being on the inside. And man, I think we got something here. The top 3 horses in the Jim Dandy are running in this race. So the top 3 horses are running, and this Cloud Computer, he's going to get overlooked, man. He's going to get overlooked. He's going to get overlooked by Always Dreaming. He's going to get overlooked by that Tappert horse that won the Belmont. He's going to get overlooked by all 3 of the horses that ran 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in the Jim Dandy. And I'm expecting something big out of the one. I'm expecting something big, man. I'm expecting a $20 winner and something big on the one on Saturday. So put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do on Saturday. We got preseason football. We got a fight between McGregor and Mayweather. We got college football. And we also have the Travers, and I'm going to be in the sports book on Saturday betting this one horse. I'll take the one. Cloud Computing, 1101 at Saratoga on Saturday. Race 11, horse number 1, 1101. And with a full field of 12, we get a bet across the board. Win, place, and show. If you got a $20 bill, instead of betting $20 on the horse to win, take the MeatMan's advice. Bet 7 to win, 7 to place, 7 to show. You know, if the horse is 5-2 on the morning line, there's only 6 horses running in a race, yes, you stay away from the show pool. But this is a horse that's 8-1 in the morning line. Could go as high as 10, 11, or 12-1 by the time the gate opens. And with a 12-horse full field, this horse is going to pay nice. If it runs second, you're still going to turn a nice profit. If it runs third, you're going to get your money back. That's the way you play in horse racing. It's all about turning a profit, cashing tickets, and most importantly, picking the winner of the race. And that's why we're going to go with Cloud Computing. 1101 tomorrow at Saratoga. Post time at Baton Rouge, 4:44. Post time on the East Coast, where Saratoga is in New York, 5:44. And post time for the MeatMan out here in Las Vegas, 2:44. I'll be up by then. MeatMan will be awake by then. I'll be awake. I'll be up by 2:44. I'll be out the house, brother. I'll be pumped tomorrow. I'll be pumped with all the college football and the fight and the horse racing and the preseason football and the legalized marijuana. What a great place to live, Cap. I mean, you gotta love it, man. I'm sorry, man. What a great place to live. I'm sure I'll get tired of it one day. But I've been here 15 years. I ain't tired yet, man. So we're getting the football team. The Oakland Raiders are moving here. We're getting the hockey team. The Las Vegas Golden Knights, they start this year. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff going on out here in Sin City. So, all right, I'm looking at the clock here. We got to take another one of them breaks. Got to take one more break, and then we're going to jam the college football in with the fight in the final segment of the program. I'm going to tell you I'm going to bet the fight. I'm not going to bet a lot of money on the fight. I'm not going to do nothing stupid. I'm not going to bet $1 million to win 200,000 on Mayweather. I'm not gonna bet Conor McGregor, a guy that's never boxed in his life. I'm gonna just take a little different approach on how I'm gonna go about doing it, and then we're gonna talk a little college football. I'll let you know how to get in touch with the MeatMan if you want to get any of my college football plays for Saturday. So don't touch that down, Cap. We still got about 18 minutes of sports lines still to come. And you're listening to this program right here on 910 AM WUBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. All right. So, I assume you're going to pay the $100 in order to fight, right? No, not really. No. I wouldn't pay $100 to watch this if my life depended on it. Right. I'd rather go to the marijuana shop, buy me a nice bag for $20 and pay watch that. Right. Because that's the first thing these two clowns are going to do after the fight is go smoke some dope at the Girl Collection Club. I mean, what kind of clown? It's too bad I can't say what I really want to say. It's too bad, man. I tell you, the show would be so much better if I could really tell you what I wanted to say. I'd be fair about it. I'd bash one side, bash the other, this, that, and the other thing. But, man, I tell you, if I could say what I really wanted to say, didn't have to worry about anybody getting killed or the station getting burned down or something like that, man, it'd be wild, man. It'd be a wild hour. There's no doubt about it. I'm ready. All right. And welcome back to Sportsline every Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time, right here on 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. Tell your friends, tell your family. If you like betting on football, this is where you want to be. The MeatMan is going to turn a profit, a huge profit, betting football games this season. I'm going to enter this thing called a Survivor contest over at the Stations Casino. It's $25 an entry. And I think if you buy 4, you get 1 free. That's what the MeatMan's going to do. Instead of going up in the Hilton Super Contest and going up against thousands of people and all of that stuff, I like this idea where you just got to pick 1 game a week. If your 1 game wins, you move on. And if your 1 game loses, you're eliminated. I kind of like that format. I think this will be good for the MeatMan. And I'm going to be giving out a lot of those picks right here on the program. Because on Friday night is when I'm going to go turn them in. I'm going to go turn them in every Friday night. It's not going to last the whole season. This thing will be over by week 6 or 7. Because basically you got to pick 6, 7, 8 winners in a row to be declared the winner. As soon as you lose, you're out. You lose 1 game, you're out. So if I play the 5 entries in the NFL and the 5 entries in college football, that gives me 10 selections that I would have to make every week. Now, would I pick 10 different games? Probably not. I'd probably have the same game on 2, 3 cards. My best bet, my lock, the one I'm pretty sure is going to win. You know what I'm talking about? There's no locks when it comes to betting, man. I mean, anything can happen. I've said it before. I've said it again. You got to get lucky. Sadly, it's more luck than skill. You got to get lucky, Cap. It's as simple as that. So, man, I'm telling you, if you like betting on football, tell your friends, tell your family. You can listen live every week at PelicanSportsTV.com. PelicanSportsTV.com. And, of course, you can always watch the rebroadcast on YouTube. And the easiest way to do that is just to become friends with the MeatMan on Facebook. We'll become friends up there, and I'll post all the stuff about the radio show right on the Facebook page. It's the easiest way to follow me when it comes to the radio. So my name's Dave Scandaliato on Facebook. It's pretty easy. I use my real name. I don't use a business name or nothing like that. So get in touch with me. All right, let's talk about the fight. I mean, what a joke this is right here. Now, I'll be the first guy to admit, both of these guys could beat the ever-living piss out of me. So I'm not arguing the fact that these 2 guys aren't tip-top athletes, but, man, something smells funny. Something smells fishy, man. I mean, none of this makes any sense. You got Mayweather, he's hanging out in his strip club every night. You got this other guy, he's never boxed in his life. And these guys are bringing in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. So, you don't know what they got planned. You don't know what's up, man. Ain't nobody knows what's going on. Anything can happen here. Anything can happen. I mean, this is going to be wild. On a Saturday. And it's tough to bet because if you want to bet on Mayweather, you got to bet $600 to win $100. That's the current line right now at bookmaker Chris, Costa Rica International Sports. Conor McGregor, he's coming back plus 425. For every $100 you bet, you win $425. You got a guy that's 49-0, the undisputed champion, against a guy that's never boxed before in his life, and I'm pretty sure McGregor lost his last MMA fight, or whatever fighting group that he belongs to. The over-under on the fight is 8.5 rounds. Under 8.5 rounds, minus $1.55. Over 8.5 rounds, plus $1.25. Man, can these two guys really go 8.5 rounds? Can these two guys really make it 8.5 rounds? I don't know, man. I mean, I'd be shocked. I'd be absolutely shocked if this thing made it 8.5 rounds. I mean, I'd be totally amazed that it made it 8.5 rounds. I mean, if these guys make it to round 9, 10, and 11, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I keep thinking back to that Thomas Hearns, Marvelous Marvin Hagler fight back in 1985. The bell rang, and these two guys went at it, man. I mean, they went at it. I mean, Thomas Hearns threw everything but the kitchen sink at Marvelous Marvin Hagler. It's the greatest first round in the history of boxing. And it just happened to have the two biggest names at the time. I mean, Sugar Ray Leonard was out there, and you had some other guys, but Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Thomas Hearns were two pretty big names. And I mean, these two guys went to war. They went to absolute war with each other. And by the third round, Hagler, he started hitting Hearns. Thomas Hearns was so tired. The next thing you know, man, he was sleeping on the canvas. He was taking a snooze, man. I mean, he was out cold. I mean, he was so tired. He got beat. He was so tired. I think that's what the fight's going to be like. I just can't see this thing going more than 8.5 rounds. I can't. I'm trying to vision it now. I got my eyes closed. I got my head leaned back. I'm just trying to vision this fight going into the 9th round. I mean, unless it just becomes a Dancing with the Stars deal, and it's just a bore-a-thon. Boy, that would really be depressing if it was like watching two guys dance for 8.5 rounds. I mean, supposedly McGregor's going to go at him, and supposedly Mayweather, he's going to fight too. Supposedly this is going to be a fight. And I mean, if this is like a street fight where they just start coming at each other, and there's no way it's going to go 8.5 rounds. So I like under. I'm going to bet under 8.5 rounds minus $1.55. Now, look, I'm not putting a lot of money on this. I can tell you that right now. This is not something that the MeatMan specializes in. This is nothing that is in my expertise. But once again, this thing's going to take in more money than the Super Bowl. I mean, they're taking in multiple $1 million bets on Floyd Mayweather to offset all the money on Conor McGregor. Your average bet on Floyd Mayweather is over $6,000. Your average bet on Conor McGregor, $140. I mean, 90% of the money, or 90% of the tickets, I should say, are on Conor McGregor. The sports books are going to take a beating if some kind of way McGregor knocks out Mayweather in the first couple of rounds. That's what all these MMA guys bet. They bet big odds on McGregor knocking Mayweather out early in the fight. And that's possible because I just can't see this thing going a distance. And if it does go to distance, there's no way Conor McGregor is going to win the fight. There's no way Conor McGregor is going to win on 3 Las Vegas judges' scorecards in Mayweather's hometown. I mean, this is his place, man. This is his place, man. I mean, he would literally have to leave on a stretcher after 12 rounds for the judges in Las Vegas to declare Floyd Mayweather Jr. the loser. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Even when Muhammad Ali lost to, oh man, I don't know if it was Leon Spinks or Michael Spinks, the one that won the gold medal in the Olympics. And then in his 6th professional fight, him and Ali went the distance. I forgot which Spinks it was. And one of the judges from the fight, he recently died. And he was the judge that gave the fight to Ali. The other 2 judges gave the fight to Spinks. And Spinks won the fight. I mean, it was so clear as day that Spinks won the fight. He won the fight by like 2, 3, 4 points on the other 2 judges' scorecards, and the other judge gave it to Ali by 1 point. They've been fixing fights out here in Las Vegas for a long time. And that judge was clearly in the bag for Muhammad Ali. I mean, if they would have, because even if you watch the replay of the fight, and at the end, when they give the decision to Spinks, when he's jumping around in the ring and this and that and all that, all of a sudden on a hot mic, you hear one of the announcers say, I can't believe they gave it to him. I can't believe they gave it to him because, but they had to. It was so obvious that Spinks had won the fight. So if it goes the distance, Mayweather got nothing to worry about. He's going to win the fight. If you put the fight in the hands of the judges, he's going to win it. It's as simple as that. He's in his hometown. This is his place, Las Vegas. He don't like fighting outside of Las Vegas. He knows the boxing commission here. He knows the boxing commission likes him. I'm sure he sends him Christmas presents and birthday presents and treats him to this and that and the other thing. So if it goes a distance, which I can't see it happening, McGregor's not going to win. The only way McGregor's going to win, he's got to knock out Mayweather. He's got to knock him out, and that's going to come early. That ain't going to come in the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th round. I can tell you that right now. It ain't going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. So put me down for under the total, under 8.5. I'm going to lay the $1.55 juice, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That's all you can do, right, Cap? That's all you can do is see what happens, right? I mean, there's not much more that you can do other than see what happens. All right, speaking of seeing what happens, we got 5 college football games on the schedule for Saturday. And I'm looking forward to it. We got LSU, the Tigers' first opponent, the BYU Cougars. They're going to play a warm-up game against Portland State. It's going to be on ESPN TV. BYU is a 33-point favorite. They're a 33-point favorite. I think the total's somewhere around 48. They're a 33-point favorite, though. So I'm going to be looking to see how BYU plays, how they act, what they do, this, that, and the other thing, because, man, it's do or die for the Tigers next Saturday. I mean, they cannot start the season out 0-1 like they did last year when they lost to Wisconsin. I mean, man, I tell you, it'll fall apart quick. I hate to say it, man. I mean, you got a lot of guys out there that are anti-Ed Ogeron, and they just waiting to attack. And it'd be sad if LSU did lose that first game, man. I know BYU's getting a warm-up game, but the Tigers should be talented enough to beat BYU. They're a 12.5, 13-point favorite, depending on where you do your shopping. So I'm going to be watching the BYU game on Saturday. I don't think I'm going to be making a pick in it, but I am going to be watching the game on a Saturday. Now, they do have 4 other college football games being played on Saturday. And if you want any of the games from the MeatMan, you can call me and talk directly with me. I'm not 100% sure who I'm going with yet, but on Saturday in the morning, give me a call, 1-833-MeatMan, 1-833-MEATMAN, 1-833-632-8626, and let's start out the season with a winner. We're 3-0 or 4-0 in the preseason football, depending on how you want to count it. I gave you the play for Friday night. It's getting ready to start in a couple of minutes. I did it earlier in the show, the Detroit Lions +4. Let's make that money. Let's go undefeated in the preseason on the program, and then give me a call on Saturday. We got Oregon State against Colorado State, Hawaii against Massachusetts. We got South Florida and San Jose State, and Rice and Stanford. One game starts at 1:30 Baton Rouge time, the other one at 5, the other one at 6:30, and the other one at 9 o'clock Central Time. Give me a call on Saturday. Talk directly with me, the MeatMan, Dave Scandaliato. 1-833-MeatMan, 1-833-MEATMAN, 1-833-632-8626. 26. All right, man, that is going to wrap it up for this edition of Sports Line Radio. Man, don't forget, next Friday, the first official week of the college football season, we'll be talking about the LSU Tigers, BYU Cougars game. We're going to be talking about the Michigan Wolverines, Florida Gators game, the Alabama Crimson Tide, Florida State Seminoles game. I got a pick going in an Ohio State Buckeyes, Indiana Hoosiers matchup. It is going to be a great show next Friday. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody who likes to bet on football. 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio Baton Rouge every Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. And, of course, you can always listen to the program live at PelicanSportsTV.com, PelicanSportsTV.com, or right over your smartphone, your iPhone, your Android, your tablet. Just download the Pelican Sports app. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this edition of Sports Line Radio. As always, I want to thank my man Don back in the studio. He makes things real easy for me. Makes things real easy. You know, it's real easy to do this when you don't have to worry about all the technical stuff and this and that and all of that. I mean, it just makes it real easy. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain, Cap. It's hard to explain. You know, my job, look, I'm trying to pick games, talk, and be funny. That's enough. That's enough. Of course, I also want to thank my man Tommy Kreisay, my man TK, called me a couple of years ago, asked me to be a guest on his program, and did that. Now I got my own show here on 9:10 a.m., so I appreciate TK, and of course the owner of Pelican Sports Radio and TV, my man Alan, who put me in a ball game. Man, I really appreciate this. It's been a long journey to get to football season, but we made it. All right, as always, don't forget the YouTube, the rebroadcast. You can watch that. My name is always Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. Have a great night, everybody. All right. So you got to stay there, or you just load it up and then you leave? What do you do? I forgot. Heading for the house, so it just goes on autopilot with the prep show. Oh, he's not doing the show tonight. The Kenny Trey, whatever. All right. I heard him talking about jamborees and all that stuff. I thought it was this week, so it's next week. Well, next week. Yeah. Well, next week is the first and the second or something like that. August 31st is a Thursday, so yeah, the first is a Friday. Yes. All right. Well. Good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being part of it. I will talk to you next week, if not before then. Bye-bye. All right. That is pretty much going to wrap it up for this edition of Sports Line Radio. Don't forget, every Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time, 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio Baton Rouge. You can listen live at PelicanSportsTV.com, PelicanSportsTV.com. You can download the 9:10 a.m. WUBR app. That's how I listen to the program on 9:10 a.m. All the LSU information, all the good stuff, Jim Rome, and all of that. So don't forget, a couple hours from now, you'll be able to watch the rebroadcast of this on YouTube. Don't forget to go to my Facebook page, and let's be friends on Facebook, man. Let's become Facebook friends, and you're going to like all the stuff that I put up there. As always, I want to thank everybody who tuned in for the program today. As always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. I'll see you in 167 hours right here on Sportsline.